Emily Carter had always been one of the brightest students in her class. At the University of Texas, where she studied business administration, she consistently ranked at the top and earned the admiration of her professors. Her best friends, Sophia Ramirez and Madison Clark, were also excelling in their own fields. The three of them were convinced that once they graduated, doors to prestigious jobs at multinational companies would swing open for them. But reality didn't match their dreams. After graduation, they began the exhausting hunt for jobs. Each interview turned into another disappointment. At some companies, they were asked for bribes. At others, they were told to bring powerful connections. Worst of all, some places made unethical and degrading demands. For three young women who were not only intelligent but also principled and self-respecting, this was unbearable. At night, when they sat together, they asked each other the same haunting question. Is this really the world we worked so hard for? One day, Emily attended a business exhibition. She saw young entrepreneurs proudly presenting their brands, turning small ideas into thriving businesses. That moment struck her deeply. If they can do it, why can't we? She thought. That evening, she gathered her friends and said, "Listen, I'm done knocking on doors that will never open for us. I know how to sew and design. I'll teach both of you, and together we'll build our own fashion business. Our future will be in our own hands, not in anyone else's." Sophia's eyes lit up. "Emily, that's brilliant. I can handle marketing and customers. That's what I'm good at." Madison smirked playfully. "And me? Well, my looks and charm will be enough to win people over." They all laughed, but inside they knew this was the start of something real. Pulling their small savings, selling a few of their old clothes, and borrowing a little from family and friends, they rented a tiny shop in a busy Dallas neighborhood. They named it Asmora Styles. In the beginning, they only had one sewing machine, a few rolls of fabric, and a mountain of determination. Emily focused on the designs, Sophia promoted their work on social media, and Madison went to the markets to buy fabric. They worked day and night. Sometimes the power went out in the middle of sewing. Sometimes customers canceled orders at the last minute, and sometimes they didn't even have enough money to buy new supplies. But they never gave up. Slowly, their efforts began to pay off. Students started ordering graduation dresses, families requested custom designs for weddings, and word of mouth spread through the community. Asmora Styles, once just a dream in a small rented room, was beginning to shine. But success brought cracks into their friendship. Madison started to feel greedy. Staring at her reflection, she often told herself, "Customers come because of me. I'm the one handling the toughest jobs. I deserve more than the others." One day, she voiced it aloud. "I think I should be getting a larger share of the profits." Emily was stunned. "Madison, we built this together. Everyone contributes in their own way. This business belongs to all three of us." Sophia added gently, "If we start dividing things unfairly, our friendship won't survive. Unity is our biggest strength." But Madison wasn't convinced. Months later, a wealthy businessman named Richard Hayes visited Asmora Styles. He had been looking to invest in new fashion brands. Impressed by their creativity and hard work, he said, "You girls have potential. I'd like to invest and take Asmora Styles to a national level." The three friends were thrilled. But what they didn't know was that this joy was about to poison everything. Madison secretly arranged a private meeting with Hayes. She told him, "This business runs because of me. Emily and Sophia are just side players. If you want real results, partner with me alone. Make me the CEO, and I'll push them out." Hayes smiled slyly. "Deal." The next day, Madison announced to her friends that Asmora Styles was now hers alone. Emily and Sophia stood frozen, betrayed by the very person they trusted most. Their years of friendship crumbled in a single moment. But they refused to give up. Pulling together what little money they had left and with the support of a few loyal customers, Emily and Sophia opened a new shop. They named it Lumina Couture. This time, they were sharper, stronger, and more determined. Emily brought fresh innovation into her designs, while Sophia worked her magic on social media, making their brand go viral. Before long, Lumina Couture spread from Dallas to Houston and even New York. Their designs walked the runway in fashion shows, and Hollywood celebrities began wearing their clothes. Meanwhile, Madison's empire began to collapse. Hayes had initially invested money, but later siphoned off most of the funds into his own accounts. Orders went unfulfilled, customers grew angry, and suppliers refused to give her any more fabric on credit. Eventually, Asmora Styles went bankrupt. One morning, Madison arrived at the office to find Hayes had disappeared, taking everything with him. She was left with nothing. No customers, no money, no friends. Broken and desperate, Madison one evening walked into Lumina Couture. Tears welled in her eyes as she whispered, "Emily, Sophia, I made a terrible mistake. My greed blinded me. Please forgive me. Let me come back. Let me be part of this again." Emily looked at her, her voice gentle but firm. "Madison, we forgive you. But trust once broken can't be rebuilt. Lumina Couture is our sweat and sacrifice. It belongs to us now." Madison staggered back, her heart sinking. She left the shop in tears, realizing her choices had left her truly alone. Lumina Couture continued to grow, soon becoming an internationally recognized fashion brand. Emily and Sophia proved to the world that honesty, loyalty, and hard work are the true keys to success. Madison's story, on the other hand, became a lesson whispered among those who knew her. Greed and betrayal may bring temporary gains, but they always end in ruin. Real success is built on trust, integrity, and unity.